I can't say to my audience, yeah, clearly I've seen criminal implications and allegations against the president that should have been pursued and they weren't, and it's wrong. I can't say it. I haven't seen it. The question is, why haven't I seen it? Then they put out these interviews of someone, the AG comes out and says, incredible, not the AG, the press secretary comes out and says this woman was a liar with a criminal past and there was nothing there. Help me understand something for the audience, Todd. This is my last thing because I get asked about this all the time. What did they do with what that young woman said to them happened? I'm not saying you, because it didn't happen on your watch. Yeah. But why are we supposed to believe she wasn't credible, there was nothing to it, and yet they interviewed her multiple times?
Listen, that is a great question, not only about that woman, but about any witness that comes forward. And it's an important question, and I don't in any way I don't begrudge you for asking it. And here's the answer. They investigated. So these are trained men and women of FBI. Some of them were state troopers, and they investigated. And they tested. Because if you're going to charge somebody with a crime, if you're going to take away somebody's liberty, if you're going to try to see if a crime took place, especially years ago, you have to test it. So somebody comes in and says and says something that happened. You listen to them, and then you test it. And I wasn't there, you're right, and neither was any of the folks that are part of this administration now. But we do see is that there was and by the way, it's all in the files now. Anybody can look at it and question the decisions that the agents made at the time when they determined it wasn't credible. But if folks want to say that's not true, it was credible, go ahead and say it. The information's in the files for everybody to read. But they made a decision at the time that there was nothing to move forward on. And like I said, Chris, and this is a sad fact about these types of cases, the prosecutors, the career line prosecutors in Florida and in New York talked to hundreds of victims. They did. And does that mean that every one of them provided evidence that they could act on? Unfortunately, no. I mean, that's the result. That's what happens.
Here's the last point of curiosity, and I appreciate you taking the opportunity. And by the way, it's an open invitation to you guys. You're always welcome to come on here and make the case. The audience deserves it. You interview Ghislaine Maxwell. I don't care what prison she's in. You guys make arrangements with people to talk to you all the time. This is not new to me. I'm not going to make it something new. But how can it be that there is anything to know here and that Ghislaine Maxwell isn't going to offer it up when her life is in the balance? The only way she gets out is if the president decides to pardon her, which I can't believe he would do, or she gives you something bigger than she was in the mix.
Yeah.
Did she suggest anything like that to you?
Chris, you're right, and that's why when the opportunity presented itself to talk to her, nobody had ever talked to her before. So the reason you could not be more right. Here she's facing 20 years in prison. If she has something, this is when she will give it up. And I went down there myself with an FBI agent and with witnesses, of course, and talked to her for a day and a half. And every word that I asked her is recorded and available to the public, and every word that she's answered is a transcript, has been created of every single word, and everybody in this country can read what I asked and what she said, and she didn't offer evidence of that you're talking about that we could act on and that we could then potentially bring a case against somebody that hadn't been prosecuted yet. And the reasons why I went there is exactly what you said, Chris, because you had this feeling amongst Americans that there was something unfinished, that there was somebody out there that needed to be held accountable, and the one woman that was there that we had access to was Ms. Maxwell, and so I went down and talked to her, and she didn't get a benefit. She didn't get moved to a cushy prison because she talked to me. The BOP makes decisions all the time about security. There were a number of threats against her because of me, because people learned that I was going there, and so the BOP, the Department of Justice, has to keep our prisoners safe like everybody else, and so it's not like we gave her a benefit for what she said or didn't say. But like I said, we will always investigate any crime that's presented to us, especially against underage women. And that remains as true today as it has been. And that's not just me and the Attorney General. That's hopefully every single person at the Department of Justice.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.